Hi, all. Glad to be back with you again. As I recall, the last time we were together, I was speaking to you about one of our accuators who had been on the program for several months, had lost between 50 and 55 pounds, was going away for 4, 5, 6 days with friends. We had a long discussion. She was concerned, and I said, let's wait and see. Well, I want to report to you that she's back. She did gain 1 pound. She was away for 6 days in the Carolinas. And if you recall, one of the things that she was concerned about was the fact that her friends had I'm going to use the word, sumptuous breakfast every day. What was interesting is her feedback, because based upon my discussion with her, she decided that if there were comments about her AccuWeight participation, that she was going to open the discussion on a non-conflictual kind of way. And I want to report that her response is something that made me feel quite good, because not only is AccuWeight loss changing her body, but it's changing the way in which she deals with the rest of the world. If you recall, I suggested to you, based upon my information, that she was a moderately successful person, enough so that she took 2 vacations a year. And one of those vacations was these past 5, 6 days with a group of friends. She indicated that the first morning, and there were 6 of them, she included, sitting at the breakfast table, they had gone to the supermarket, they made eggs, they made pancakes, uh, they made breakfast meats, and she simply had coffee while they were eating, when one of the gals said to her, "Are you back on that program?" She said she had a moment of terror, not knowing what she was going to say, and then it just popped into her head. She stood up and said, "Do you see this body? Do you remember how I used to look? Well, what you're talking about has given me the ability to get up, to have you look at my body, and to be able to say, I'm not quite where I want to be, but tell me, ladies, how do I look?" She said there was silence. And then one of the gals said, "You're really into it, aren't you?" The conversation ensued. And as she described it to me, people started talking about how important and powerful food was, and that all of them were using food as a thread to connect them to whatever was going on. Because without the food, the conversation they were now having, caused by her not eating, would never have occurred. She said it lasted for almost 40 minutes. And when they broke up to do the things they had and plan their day together, she was exhilarated. What she expected didn't occur because her success in taking off the weight had made her so confident that causing them to look at her body without comparing herself to anyone else opened the doors to discussion and closeness and issues and relationships outside of what was going on. She said it was the best morning they had had in I don't know how long. What I'm saying to you now is you're in control. You have the power. But if your anxiety is such that you don't trust yourself because of life experiences, then the only way to address that is to begin to have conversations. And the first conversations you need to have is with your other selves. They all have thoughts, they all have feelings, and we separate them out because we feel safer. And because we feel safer, we can push them away when we separate out. AccuWeight Loss is an incredibly successful program. Where else, without drugs, can you lose only fat and 15 pounds every month? Yet you defend your being on the program because it's difficult to accept the fact that your success is putting pressure on other people. And when people feel pressure, they push back. The issue is not to defend. The issue is to talk about yourself and say, you know, doing this has done wonders for me. It's made me more aware of myself. It's made me look at my body when I haven't wanted to look at my body because I didn't like seeing what I saw. But as my progress is moving, and even though for me it's been 4 to 5 months, the issue then is up to you. I've gotten feedback this weekend. Continue the feedback. The conversation opens doors. The doors lead to more involvement and the self-confidence that I'm hearing from people as they email or call me on the phone is terrific. I want you to open up. I want you to lose the weight, to feel excited, and I want to hear from you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll talk to you all very soon.